Today we are going to talk about the changes that Princess Cruises has announced they are making to their insurance. One of the changes takes effect today, and then the other changes take effect on December 9th. So I'm going to quickly recap those as well as talk about some things that I feel like we all need to keep in mind when we buy our travel insurance. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Monday. It is December 1st of 2025. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. And if you appreciate my updates, the information that I provide, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so very much. This evening we are going to do our live. We're starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We go for an hour, sometimes a little bit more. So bring your questions and come and be ready to have a fun time talking about cruising and traveling to cruise. I'll look forward to seeing you there. And if you're not able to come and do it right when we're live, watch it later. People ask wonderful questions. We always have a wonderful conversation. So I'll see you there. Let's start at the very top with the changes that are taking place today. Last week, Princess Cruises sent out emails to some of the people that have cruises booked with them. Not to everyone. I didn't get one. But they sent out an email letting everyone know who received that email that Princess is making changes to their insurance carrier effective today. So starting today, December 1st, Princess's insurance carrier is going to be, it's a place called United States Fire Insurance Company. And that company is now going to be the underwriter for Princess's insurance. That's their carrier. It is still going to be administered by Aon, which is who has always administered it, at least for as long as I can remember. And so Aon has that link that you're going to click on. It's on the Princess website that you're going to click on and go to file a claim if you have a claim on the insurance. But effectively, really nothing changes with this change. It's kind of like if you have car insurance and you decide, you know what, I'm not going to do State Farm anymore. I'm going to go to Allstate, whatever the change is, things like that. So it's just changing the insurance carrier. I reviewed what the coverage limits are, and they are not changing. And so so in a minute I'm going to tell you about some things that will be changing and need to keep in mind. But I thought it would be nice to recap really quickly so that you can kind of be aware of how the Princess Insurance works, okay? So first off, they have what they call their cancel for any reason. So with Princess Insurance, if you've got that insurance and you have to cancel your cruise for a reason, then you submit a claim for it. If that claim, the insurance company accepts it, they give you your money, you're good to go. If they don't approve your claim is denied, then Princess gives you future cruise credits that you're going to need to use. Usually it's within a year that you're going to need to use those future cruise credits to book another cruise. So you don't get your cash back, but you don't lose all of your money. You can still book and go on another cruise. To me, that is one of the amazing things about the Princess Insurance and a good reason to get it. So they are still going to have that included. They're still going to have the trip interruption. They'll still have, like if you're in an accident during the course of your cruise, it covers up to $20,000 of the medical expenses associated with the accident. Same if you get sick. It's going to cover up to $20,000 of the medical expenses if you get sick. And if you have to be medically evacuated or heaven forbid you perish while you're on your cruise, it's going to cover up to $100,000 of the evacuation expense or the repatriation expense. And it is expensive if you are in another country far away and your remains have to be repatriated. So that's a really important insurance. Now, when you click through and go to the page with Princess's Insurance, they do have it so that you can click and enter the state that you live in. And with that, you can get a copy of the whole policy. So when you are thinking about what kind of insurance you want, definitely put in your state and see what it is for what your whole policy covers. That is the basics that they have got listed. This is what they included with the link when they sent that update out. And so that kind of gives you an idea of what the coverage is. There are other travel insurance companies that provide way more protection than that. To buy real cancel for any reason insurance is quite expensive. If you want to buy a separate policy that you can cancel for any reason, anything from, you know what, the breeze was blowing the wrong way that day and I didn't want to go, you can buy that, but it's really expensive. And so my practice is to just book a cruise that I'm going to go on, make the final payment on a cruise that I'm going to go on, unless something really unexpected happens. Make up your mind that you want to go before final payment time. Now, another thing that I want you to keep in mind with this are the changes that Princess is going to make effective December 9th. So any cruises that you book up through, midnight on December 8th are going to have the options for the insurance coverage that Princess currently has. Starting with cruises that you book on December 9th, that is when things are going to change. They have adopted the model for these changes that they are going to make that's like Holland America's. They've got 2 levels of insurance. The lower level is just cancellation protection. It does not cover you if you get sick on your cruise, if you get hurt on your cruise, nothing else than cancellation insurance, okay? So there's that. And then they're going to have their platinum insurance. The standard level of insurance is going to be gone. They'll only have the platinum. And if you are a loyalty level with Princess, that you are getting the perk of paying for that platinum, of paying the standard price and receiving the platinum insurance, that is gone. You're just going to be paying for platinum insurance now. So here are some things I want you to keep in mind when you're thinking how you want to manage your risk and what you want to do with your insurance. I am not an insurance broker at all. I do not sell insurance. I just want you to keep in mind a few things, and I would love to hear from those of you in the comments that think of other things. Put everything in there and we'll think of things together and help each other out. So first up, make sure that you manage the risk that you have in your life. Alrighty, some people are very risk averse or can't stand very much risk based on their financial position or whatever it is that they're considering in their life. So make sure that you have enough money in your policy that it will cover the cost of your cruise if you're not able to go. Make sure that that's there. Make sure that you have a generous amount of insurance for medical expenses, for emergency, medical transportation. Think of all the things that could happen and make sure that you have the amount of insurance that you want for those things. Another thing is really important is to be really aware of the time frame of your policy. So if you buy the Princess insurance or any other cruise line insurance for that matter, you're insured for the cruise. You are not insured for any travel before or after. Now, for example, with Princess, if you buy the easier flights and it's part of your everything that you buy for that cruise, then that's going to be included in it. But if not, like the flights that you get, the hotels, if you fall down and get hurt when you're at the hotel the day before the cruise, whatever, you're not covered on that. So be really clear on when the coverage begins and ends for the policy that you buy. Make sure that if you are going to be traveling a lot before or after your cruise, you're going to want to consider buying insurance that will cover you for that whole time. And so that would, you could get one that covers the time of the cruise plus the travel that you're going to be doing before and after. So that's important to think of. And then also think of how often you travel every year and take a look at the annual insurance policies. There's a wide range in the coverage that is offered in those annual travel insurance policies. So read through every one. Don't just read the top 3 things, but really familiarize yourself with what is covered because it can vary by the length of the trip that you go on. Some trips of a certain length are not covered. Just make sure that you know everything that's included. Gordon and I do have an annual insurance policy. It has saved us a lot of money, but we are always really conscientious to make sure that it carries enough coverage for the trips that we're going to be doing that manages the risk that we want managed. Okay, I hope that makes sense. The last thing I want to tell you about insurance is, people manage risk differently. So you decide what you want to do, but be aware that unexpected things happen and they wouldn't be called unexpected if they weren't unexpected, okay? Make sure that you really do have insurance for what you want insurance for, and be aware that if you get hurt or you get sick somewhere far away, it can cost an awful lot of money. So make sure that you make the choices that will make you happy if something unexpected happens. Does that make sense? So like I said, in the comments, list the things that you think of as well. I haven't listed everything that we should think of. I've tried to hit on the things that I think maybe a lot of people haven't thought of, but make sure that you list anything else that you think would be helpful for people in the comments, and we'll all enjoy reading the comments together. So thanks so much for joining me. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.